What's up, world? It's your boy TNT back at it one more again with Try Nitro Reacts, and we back with another Papa Meat video called Pyramid Schemes Are the Worst. Let's get right into it.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Coming on sundown because today we're going to talk about MLMs, multi-level marketing schemes, aka pyramid schemes. And let me tell you, they're everywhere. They're seemingly normal companies that prey on innocent people looking for a job. They promise you all sorts of amazing things like money, flexible schedules, and community, but this is exactly how they drag you in. Not only do these companies ruin people's lives, but they also tend to sell horrible products that nobody even wants. There's not a single good thing about MLMs, yet they've been around for decades and still rope in tons of people every year. From their cult-like mentality to deadly products, the world of MLMs is very vast and deep. First, here's a little context about MLMs to show how crazy they can truly be. In the simplest terms, multi-level marketing schemes work on person-to-person sales, often with the employees selling directly to friends and family. Most MLMs don't have a building they're operating out of, so most people who work for them sell online or out of their own home. The contractors, or distributors, as they are called, are given bulk goods and receive a share of the profits from every sale. A lot of the people who are recruited are expecting to get rich, often convinced that they'll be missing out on a huge opportunity if they don't join. This manipulation is a central part of their recruiting methods. Those who are already in the MLM will often boast about how great it is and say that you'd not only be missing out on good money, but also a great network. Yeah. Something like fucking bullshit multi-grain bars or something.
It's the Lambo.
And honestly, the thing is, like, a lot of us have been buying Lamborghinis since we started. But I guess you don't want that, right?
You don't want yours?
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
You don't.
Man, years ago, my homie had well, he wasn't really a homie. He was a classmate. He had convinced some of me and my real homies to come to this meeting. And he was like, man, because he had just bought a new sports car and shit. And we saw him at a gas station. He was like, hey, man, you need a job? You can come work for the company I work for. So we like, shit, he just bought this new car. Let's see what he talking about. So we get to this hotel and they rented out the boardroom and shit in the hotel. And we get there, they got the fucking big ass fucking projector screen and slides and all that shit. Long story short, it was a company trying to get you to pay a membership for a prepaid legal attorney law firm. Let this sink in your head. A prepaid lawyer fund. And it was supposed to guarantee you that for a certain amount of money a month that you pay to this firm, they'll cover you for traffic tickets, and shit like that. And the more you pay, the more serious the cases that they can take, like malpractice, or if you get into domestic shit. Basically, it's supposed to be a get out of jail free card, but you have to become a member first. And then once you become a member, you got to convince other people to sign up and become members up under you. And then they got to sign people up and so on and so forth. And that's how you supposed to get your money. You don't get paid for doing this shit until you get, I think it was at least 15 people under you. And then those 15 people have to get 15 people. And it just trickled down. And we was like, man, hell no. And this was like back in 90. No, it was after I graduated. So it was about 2003, 2004. And they wanted us to pay $1,000 to get started. And that was a lot of bread back then. $1,000 ain't shit now, but $1,000 was a lot back then, especially fresh out of fucking high school. We were like, hell no, we ain't going for that shit. But yeah, let's get back to the video.
Want the Lamborghini? Okay. It's kind of a high-intense vehicle, and it doesn't matter. A common tactic is to call the person they are trying to recruit bro or hun, depending on the gender. Come on, dude, bro, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Hun, I'm telling you, you're gonna love this.
Yep.
They try to come off as friendly as possible to try to reel you in and
show you all the cars and houses that the people in their team got. They're known to be
incredibly persistent too. One disgruntled person online explained how they are constantly approached by MLM huns while they are at work and have been trapped by them so they couldn't escape their lengthy conversation. Their devotion to recruiting people is truly cult-like, and their persistence can often lead to an incredibly tense reactions. One of the most incredibly well-known tactics is called the BITE model, which stands for behavior, information, thought, and emotional control.
Jesus.
That last second, to end it on that is kind of fucked up. It's like play, nap, eat, sleep, surrender, What?
Yep.
What? Huh? The whole point of the method is to take full control of your emotions and thinking, forcing you to feel obligated to join. It's a cult. You want to join a cult? It also ensures that you remain in the system because you feel pressured not to let down those around you. Cult.
Did you ever have friends who were in these?
No, not really. There was some that tried,
I
but
did.
like I feel like my town was too small because everyone's just like, that's stupid.
I've had multiple friends.
Wow, join an
Whoa.
MLM?
And then they guilt you into doing it. I had one
Yeah,
buddy.
dude. What? Like I thought we were bros.
He had a Verve drink, some kind of energy drink, and he tried to get me in. I was like, hey, man, multiple times I told him no, and I was like, I get it. Like, you're trying to get me in this. I'm not interested. I don't think it works. He's like, man, how dare you? My grandma was sick, and she started drinking these.
Oh,
and
you told me about this. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
She started drinking them, and then, like, she was at full health and became, like,
Some
she's no longer
bullshit.
sick.
She's 45 now, bro. She de-aged 32 years.
And then we had another friend group. Their tactic was, hey, come over. We're doing like a coding thing. So he went over, and then there's like 30 people in this guy's house.
A presentation,
Wow.
whatever.
It was another energy drink.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And then they tried to rope me into it. They said like the tactic is like tell your friends that you're going to do something they're interested in to get them in the door.
They show
And
some
once
blow.
they're here, they can't say no.
Exactly. They're already here. Well, I already drove over here, so I might as well stay and get
Shit
this like
me, I
magical
agree.
elixir water that this person's selling. It works! Online, there are communities of people such as the r/anti-MLM and r/Hunsnark, where people share their hatred and stories for the exploitative practices of MLMs.
Damn.
In one story, someone shared their experience trying to cancel their monthly subscription to Arbonne products because they were causing stomach issues. When their sponsors saw that they didn't want to re-up on their supply, they began to interrogate the person and claim that she had never heard of anyone else having these problems, so it must be a client-side issue. Okay, so you're a freak. This never happens to anyone
Wow.
else. This is a you problem. So you're going to ruin our business because, okay, just making sure you're selfish. That kind of tactic
Damn.
is happening. Not even an hour after their interaction with their sponsor, a close friend of theirs, who was also in the MLM, blocked them all on social media because they were leaving the company. Mature.
What?
That is a tick removed.
They're very predatory. The whole
Yeah,
friends and
dude.
family thing, they all say like, don't you want a slice of the pie? You get your friends and family to buy it. Then
Exactly.
They get
Don't
it.
you want to get on that and get your family? I'm like, your whole family, their whole lives.
Don't you wanna get your whole family in debt?
Overpromise. That's always to me. I'm like, it's just so f***ed up. Your grandma, you know, just that bad foot. Let's get that bad foot taken care of. Bro.
Oh,
Favorites too. is
Verve.
They say like, don't you want to be your own boss? Work your own hours?
yep.
It's like, no, I need structure actually. Let's get you on a calendar, man. MLMs will do anything to get you on their team, even if it means catfishing you on a date.
What?
A super common way that sales reps for MLMs meet new customers is by taking people on dates to have private one-on-one conversations. One man matched with a girl on Tinder and both agreed to meet up at a coffee shop for their first date. When they arrived, they sat down and things seemed to be going well. When the dude gets up to get his coffee, he returns to find another girl sitting next to his date. As it turns out, this was her business associate, who went on for 15 minutes explaining the MLM, trying to get the guy to join. He told him that he had
Oh, I would be fucking heated. You mean to tell me I match with you on Tinder, and then we go out to a restaurant? Well, it looks like they was at a coffee shop or some shit, but we go out, period. And the night going by good, or the afternoon going by good, and I'm thinking to myself, this might turn to something else. This might turn to a second date, or if she the type to smash him first night, you know what I'm saying? You ain't obligated to, but if you willing, yeah. But just imagine you got that process going in your head, and you go to the restroom or whatever, and you come back, and it's another bitch sitting at the table. And you think like, okay, what the hell going on? And it's not a threesome. It's not them trying to bring you into the poly relationship. It's a motherfucker trying to convince you to join a pyramid scheme. Boy, I would flip the motherfucking table. I would leave they ass right there at that motherfucking shop or restaurant with the damn tab and go home. Y'all gonna pay for this shit, bitch. I ain't asked for a fucking interview. I wanted to go on a date and possibly smash, ho.
take his dog to the vet, and they got up, leaving both girls angry that he rejected their once-in-a-lifetime offer, which is actually for women, that's a crazy
Gonna say,
good scheme.
Yeah, that's a very
Evil, and it's just like, oh, hey, and like you're flirtatious at the beginning too, like, oh my god, this is going well. That is a crazy pyramid scheme tactic, dude.
just to push some energy drinks, man.
Do you think the money can be that good?
That's the thing. It can be good because the people who are actually getting the suckers to sign up under them, those are the guys making the most money. Like,
Well,
you
yeah,
have-
the person at the top.
yeah, like the top and then probably 2 rungs down. That's it. And like if you are even below that guy, you're kind of because I forget the math on it, but it's literally impossible to even make any decent amount of money because everybody has to keep buying the products.
That's the thing. Yeah, you have to keep buying the products to sell them and shit like that. Yeah, it's dumb.
Not only do you have to buy them, the people under you have to keep buying them. So that's what you do. You sell your products to
At a certain point, you are literally a rotating door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Another man matched with a financial advisor on Facebook Dating and met up with her at her office. Another woman, dude. I'm telling you, it's a good tactic. When he showed up, there was no date at all. Instead, it was a meeting for him to join her MLM. He almost joined until his friend explained that he was being roped into a scam. I like how he's like, he almost got in. He's like, dude, if I say yes, she'll go on a date with me again. She's hot. Others were left in debt because of the amount of competition within the company. A woman had decided to join LuLaRoe, an MLM that sells women's clothing, after both feeling alone and being in need of extra cash. She was hooked by the family-friendly consultant calling her sis and her husband, encouraging her to join. Come on, sis. She joined and saw quick success, but the sales quickly dried up. To try and bring in more sales, she decided to swap her old supply with new summer drop. But when she went to the LuLaRoe website to restock, she was stuck behind 26,000 other consultants with the same idea. When she finally got through the queue, all the new leggings were out of stock, and she was forced to tell her customers to go elsewhere and take on the debt for her inventory. She quickly quit and regretted her decision to join in the first place. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Because the thing, too, is they pressure you to buy as much quantity as you can. You want to get as much as you can to sell. The more you buy, the more money you'll make.
Well, you have to buy a limited amount or a certain amount.
You have to buy a mandatory minimum of this.
They're just like, usually it's like $500. So like you have to buy $500. Like you get packages.
Well, yeah, it's like you'll buy $500, but you'll get $3,000 in profit. It's that kind of meme. MLMs also host conferences to try to get as many people as possible. In most cases, the people that attend are incredibly sketchy. There are many YouTubers who have snuck into these conferences and been met with aggressive MLM members asking them to delete the footage of their conference. Others berate them and insult their intelligence for not seeing the value in their program. I love that. Some guy's recording you and the guy's just like, you even know how to delete the video off your phone there? Huh?
That might get me. I might delete it out of spite. Yeah, I know how to fucking do it.
Yeah, I do actually. Asshole. Yeah. He's like, you showed me.
Whoa,
sometimes these
that
conferences
case
don't even
next
take
picture?
place in large hall. They can be held in small boardrooms or even apartments. There are tons of secretly recorded videos showing awkward and low-budget MLM conferences. With even the slightest bit of social awareness, it's easy to notice the awkward, forced friendliness in the room. It really does read like a weird, culty, like almost, it's like a religious experience in a weird way. Brother, how you doing, man? Dude, nice to meet you. Way too excitable. This is just a glimpse of what it's like to be in an MLM.
That dude looks
and the
like
cult-like
Jesus.
mentality that plagues each one. There are no MLMs that are truly alike because they set themselves apart from each other with their own breed of evil. LuLaRoe sprang onto the market in 2012 and quickly grew massive off selling leggings with various prints. In 2017, the company peaked, racking in a yearly profit of $2.3 billion. However, their leggings empire would crumble when employees began to share their many horror stories. Many of the contractors said that they were in massive debt because the company required them to buy massive amounts of stock before they made any sales. Roberta Blevins started working for LuLaRoe in 2016 and saw some success selling leggings. However, when she initially joined, she had to spend $9,000 on inventory. $9,000. That's crazy.
Yeah.
She had started receiving entire shipments that were torn or wet with horrible smell. She described it as chlorine and death. When she tried to return the damaged leggings, the company fought her on it, meaning she was forced to try to sell them even though they were damaged and smelled fucking horrible. And worst of all, she had paid for these large shipments on her credit card. And since she couldn't sell them,
why would you put this on your credit card? Why would you spend money on this anyway? It ain't no guarantee. $9,000? Now I know with being in the entrepreneur space, you have to take gambles and chances and stuff, but you got to make sure that it's a calculated risk that if it does go the opposite way of what you expecting, it don't leave you in the hole. $9,000 is crazy, and they sent her some fucking defective shit that she had to just eat financially. Nope.
she was left with large amounts of debt, credit card debt too. God, the interest rate on that must have been fucking insane. Realizing she was on a sinking ship, she decided to sell what she had and leave. In total, she made about $83,000, which paid off her $78,000 of debt and left her with some money to start over. That's lucky. God, dude, over $70,000 in debt. Imagine if you didn't have that network. You're super. That 70 also becomes like over hundreds with that interest building over time. Oh my God.
Well, that's the thing. They like probably not every month, but every quarter you probably have to buy a certain amount of product.
100%.
And you just get, and then you can't back out because it's like, well, you signed the thing.
You said you'd do it. Yep. MLMs love to use social media to trick people into believing that their courses are actually successful, which, you know, we've seen a lot of people do like scam sale courses and all kinds of stuff. That's not anything new. I Am Mastery has rebranded 5 different times because the FTC has been constantly on its ass for deceptive practices. Their main product is selling courses that teach people how to invest in crypto and the stock market. They claim that if they follow their course correctly, you can retire in your 20s and make tons of money overnight. That won't happen. All right, that's a fairy tale. The whole thing was set up for failure because the teachers of the courses are unqualified and have 0 investment credentials. This resulted in a dropout rate of 60% in the first month and 90% after 6 months. Nobody ever made money with the course, and those who did were actually just recruiters getting bonuses from new hires. And in 2025, the FTC took I Am Mastery to court for stealing $1.2 billion from its consumers. And since then, multiple top salesmen have been ordered to pay millions of dollars as a settlement. In modern day, crypto is a hot commodity for MLMs, and they are taking advantage of it in full. OneCoin was a company that boasted about mining a crypto that would topple Bitcoin and become the market leader.
What?
Jesus Christ. People fell for it quickly, believing that they were going to get incredibly rich. However, what they didn't know was that there was not a single coin being mined. Not a single coin was being mined. What was supposed to be about investing was really focused on recruiting new members to the pyramid. The owner of the company, Ruja Ignatova. Ruja Ignatova was labeled the crypto queen for her alleged revolutionary coin, but she was nothing more than a thief.
I'm about to say something.
In 2017, she disappeared off the face of the planet around the same time the warrants for her arrest came out. She took $4 billion with her, leaving everyone who invested in massive amounts of debt. What a fucking monster. Hope they find that bitch and scalp her. To this day, she hasn't been found and is on the FBI's most wanted list. Please, God. Put a picture up of her.
I remember that.
You see this woman.
Queen.
Dude, the thing too with these MLMs and crypto in general, it feels like the easiest pyramid scheme too, because it is so easy to be like, you didn't believe in Bitcoin and look at it now. I'm telling you, this is the ground floor. And I feel like it's very easy for people to be like, oh, what if this is the next thing? And you have like a huge case of FOMO.
Especially as prices of Bitcoin and stuff are going up. You gotta get in before it explodes.
Before it explodes, man, I'm telling you. It shouldn't be a surprise that MLMs will do anything necessary to sell you a product. And that can sometimes include smuggling endangered plants to create essential oils. One plant, rosewood, comes from Brazil and is typically used to make expensive furniture. However, if you crush the branches and leaves, you can extract an aromatic oil. The other is called spikenard, which is a root found in the mountains of Nepal. To extract the oil, you must steam the roots and collect any oil that comes out of them. Both of these plants are rare and very sought after for their medical purposes, and many holistic practices pay big money for them. In addition to their alleged healing properties, they are both known to cause skin irritation and, in rare cases, severe allergic reactions. And in 2017, Young Living had to pay $760,000 of fines and community service payments for smuggling rare and endangered plants without a permit for their products.
Wow.
Can you imagine getting into the root game? You're like, dude, I'm getting into roots. But things only get worse from here. You'd be surprised to hear how many people get hurt from these crazy MLM products. The market for weight loss products is so insanely large, and MLMs share a good portion of that market. If you want to get a jumpstart on your healthy habits, then Zingular offers biohacking supplements aimed at helping you lose weight.
Zingular?
Do you want to take something by a company called fucking Zingular?
Singular. They can't even spell.
Bruh. While many who have taken their products claim to have lost weight quickly, they also mention some of the nasty side effects. Lots of customers report having no energy to do anything and severe diarrhea, which is also probably why you're losing all the weight, because you just can't keep any liquid in your body. Nutritionists and health coaches alike don't recommend Zingular because you lose weight by literally wasting away. You rot from the inside. I've never been more skinny. The company Norium International rebranded to Neora in 2019 because they got investigated by the FTC for selling products that lied about their effectiveness. One of those products was the anti-aging cream, which contained the ingredient NA8. To the unsuspecting user, it's just another random ingredient, right? Some people dug a little deeper and found that it was actually oleander, which is a poisonous plant known to cause a long list of symptoms like rashes, fainting, low blood pressure, and hallucinations. The company didn't recall any of the products containing the poison, so the FTC took them to court and they were forced to pay a settlement of $50 million to those affected. expected. Another company has poisoned its consumers with a magic concoction of elements. Longevity is known for its tangy tangerine vitamin C drink, which most people describe as no different from orange Kool-Aid. Though they sell a wide range of health products, one elixir shocked consumers for even being placed on the market at all. Dinosaur Dirt claims that it's a healthy additive for any drink that has all essential minerals that humans need. Dinosaur
dirt.
A species that went extinct. It has everything you need to stay happy and healthy. The name comes from the plants that are used to make the drink, which they say are the same plants that dinosaurs used to step on and eat.
How the fuck would they know?
How
would they know?
These ancient plants were packed with life-sustaining minerals, and this MLM has been able to recapture them all just for you. This drink comes with great benefits. They claim it can fight off infections, increase DNA production, improve heart function, and even make your bones stronger. The magical liquid also has a big warning, not allowing pregnant women and children to consume it, but why would that be? Well, looking at the ingredients, you'll see that there are tons of minerals that are not made for human consumption. It contains arsenic.
Yeah.
Which is just such a funny. The first thing
stops it right there.
Arsenic.
Hey, yo,
lead.
what the fuck?
Lead?
Which are known poisons. Anatomy is known to cause your heart and lungs to rot away.
What the fuck? Dinosaur dirt.
Beryllium is carcinogenic. You want cancer? Okay. Thallium is one of the deadliest poisons on the planet. And thorium.
How the fuck did they get away with putting all this deadly ass shit in there? They already had it fucked up with fucking arsenic. Then they got lead, beryllium. Y'all saw the fucking shit. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Is super radioactive and causes cancer as well. Dinosaur dirt. I'm gonna put it in my milk. These are some of the most deadly on the list, but beyond that, there are at least 20 different elements in the ingredients that should not be consumed by a human being. I like how they're just like, just pregnant people and kids, all right? The men get a nice big fucking glass of dinosaur dirt. Thankfully, this product is no longer on the market, as longevity has tried to bury it into obscurity to never be seen again. If you think this sounds horrible, the horror stories only get worse. A mother had been working for an MLM that sold juice and was so dedicated that it completely ruined her life. She had gone so far into debt to the MLM that she lost her home, and her family had to organize multiple interventions to try and reason with her. So she was addicted to selling them. I can't stop. At least smoke crack.
Well, because
at least, if you got the intervention, at least smoke crack.
Get a real addiction, you
I think it's
poser.
the prizes. Because Arbonne, I had friends.
I went into Arbonne too?
That were in Arbonne, yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
And their whole thing is like, if we get so many sales, we could get to go to Malibu.
Oh, see, and that's what you were saying too earlier about the Lamborghini.
Yes.
Well, I mean, don't you want the car?
Exactly.
Don't you want a Chrysler 300? Don't you want a 2010 Chrysler 300? Detroit manufactured Chrysler 300 with a V6 engine? Yeah.
Because when you buy the product, you're getting points to that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially the exact same thing as back in the day when you bought cigarettes and you could accrue points to get like a leather jacket. That's what it is, essentially, except you have the opportunity to maybe make money. In her final meeting, her family had brought a counselor to mediate. The counselor asked her, quote, "You're choosing between your children and a juice company." She got up and walked out saying, quote, "Yes, I am."
Wow.
So if I was the husband there too, I'd be like, so mommy's going to an insane asylum and daddy's going to look for a new wife. My kids would hug me and they'd say like, "Yay, thank you, daddy." A similar situation occurred when a woman spent $70,000 on LuLaRoe leggings and used her spouse and parents' savings to pay for it. LuLaRoe needs to be hate accountable.
I was gonna say, yeah.
There's been a lot of LuLaRoe stories, dude. This is
I never knew about LuLaRoe until now.
To protect ourselves legally.
It's a comedy video.
This is a comedy video. I'm just joking around. LuLaRoe's awesome. That's not me shaking my head. I have an itch on my back.
That's your Tourette's.
Yeah, exactly. That's my tick I have, and I have actually there's like a bug on my back. I would invest in LuLaRoe immediately. This led to her house being foreclosed and her husband divorcing her. Good man.
Yeah.
After the divorce, she's still doing MLMs and not making any money. The husband now has to give her half of his paycheck and help pay for the mortgage on top of spending money on the kids while she contributes nothing. That went a little based.
What the fuck?
We definitely skewed a little doom-pilled there a little bit, but that's unfair. Can we agree that's unfair?
It's really unfair. But see, that's the thing. If you don't have an income,
Yeah.
you can't pay, then you get money. Win-win.
More money to put into the MLM.
Exactly.
As we just learned, MLMs not only ruin the lives of the person involved, but also those around them. A woman took to Reddit complaining about how her sister was expecting her to pay for the majority of her wedding because she had drained all of her savings on MLMs. She was
Bitch, what?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
The fuck you mean I gotta help pay for your damn wedding because you fucked up? Better go on somewhere with that shit.
Scammed by a girl boss wellness drink MLM and spent her
Girl
entire
boss.
life savings of
That's ironic.
$25,000 on it. She also wanted to have a dream wedding that would cost around $50,000. Okay, first off, if you spend 25 grand on an MLM pyramid scheme, don't think you're Cinderella, all right?
Right.
I don't think you deserve the $50,000 wedding, if I'm being
Right.
frank. I think that's kind of a, hey, we're going to Uncle's backyard and we're grilling dogs. It's gonna be
Yep,
brats and
$5,000
burgers, all right?
max,
That's gonna be
bitch.
the wedding. We're gonna have monkey bread for the cake, and that's gonna be, it's gonna, hey,
5,000
Sprite.
max, bitch.
That's the what? There it is. Was your MLM worth it? Did you like it? When she told her that she wouldn't fork the bill, her sister called her selfish and said she was holding her past against her. I am holding your past against you. Her mother even sided with the sister, claiming the family helps family. Oh, off, dude. I hate that Italian bullshit. There's nothing that will stop these malicious companies from turning a profit, even global pandemics. In August of 2021, an MLM conference for paparazzi was held at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas, where employees looked at the new $5 bracelets for sale. Thousands of people crammed into conference halls during the height of the COVID, and as a result, 6 people would die following the event.
What?
Damn. What is insane is that no legal action was taken against the paparazzi for gross negligence, and they got off scot-free while 6 people just kind of fucking died. All right? And sometimes the allegiance to pyramid scheme products goes too far, and it leads people to tragic demises. In 2019, a Chinese woman died of organ failure after relying on MLM health products to cure her fever. Brand allegiance is too strong. I'm gonna keep drinking dinosaur dirt. These ancient minerals will cure me.
That is terrible.
The company Nu Skin had convinced her that vaccines didn't work and that fevers were the body's way of detoxing itself. Fevers are good. Good stuff. Because of this belief, she only used Nu Skin health products to treat her illness, and she died after her fever took over her body. Her mentor from the company told her to continue to self-medicate and drink juice instead of going to the doctor. That man should be arrested. After her death, the company said that they would look into what caused it, while her mentor and co-workers continued to use the very products that led to her demise. Jessie Lee Ward was a top seller to an alternative health MLM and fully believed in its properties. She believed so much that she was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer in early 2023, and she refused any sort of medical treatment and insisted that her MLM products would save her. Tragically, she would pass away a few months later after the treatments did nothing to stop the spread of cancer. Throughout her battle, she would regularly update her social media audience, remaining staunch in her views towards the MLM. What's fucked up about that is it's just that cult
Stupid.
mentality, man. You're fine. Do you believe in this or not? To the point where also she was so sold on it.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
Like she went against doctors and everything.
What?
No sympathy at all. Yeah, I guess. We have to pretend to care. God.
Yeah, really.
Sadly, she's just one of many who have fallen victim to the horrible scam that is the MLMs. I hope that after watching this video, you feel more enlightened and equipped to fend off some of the overreaching grasp of the cultish pyramid schemes out there. A lot of the time, I feel like products or people who are selling you on something, it's too good to be true, right? People who are that adamant to be in there, they're being too nice to you. Humans are not nice. Right? You can be passively nice and stuff, but people that are being overly nice and trying to get you in on something, watch it, because that is the door cracked open to an MLM pyramid scheme that is going to fucking kill you. If you yourself are falling for MLMs, or you know someone who has fallen for their schemes, get help immediately. Once again, we will leave a link below. We're doing a lot of gambling addiction and other links here. Here's a link if you do need help, or it's in the description as well. The MLMs and pyramid schemes, I'm telling you, it only leads down a dark road of depression, debt, and in rare cases, death. Not so rare, it fucking happens all the time, so careful. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hey, pyramid scheme people out there, go fuck yourself.
That was a perfect way to end that video. Man, that shit is crazy. Like, my grandma didn't fall victim to MLM, but she did buy this fucking supposed to be water from the Dead Sea that TBN, the fucking Christian network that used to be on, I don't know if they still operate or not. But anyway, they were selling this miracle water that's supposed to come from fucking the Dead Sea and all that shit that's supposed to help with your ailments and shit. And she took that shit proudly, but my grandma wasn't stupid. She went and did her dialysis and everything and stuff like that. So she eventually passed away from her condition. But I used to always sit back and be so pissed off that she paid, I think it was like $50. And this was back 2001. So that shit wasn't cheap by that standards. But yeah, she paid that for that water, and it really didn't do nothing. It was just a fucking placebo, and they made millions off that shit. And these companies prey on people like that for real. They actually think that they fucking products is healing them, or they think that they gonna join this company and make millions of dollars and get the new car or the new house that they want. And it's not true. So if y'all out there and somebody trying to convince you to sign up for some shit that sound like this, especially now with the whole crypto mining shit, I can go on about that. But anyway, do research for yourself. Don't fall for that crazy shit. And for God's sake, if you come down with a serious condition and illness, don't just leave it all up to a fucking supplement to fucking heal you. Actually work in conjunction with the doctors. Try to eat healthy and take your medication, please, for the love of God. But anyway, man, Papa Me always in on a dark note, but that's why I love him. But anyway, if you like what you saw, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It's your boy TNT with Try Nitro Reacts, and I am out. Stay prayed up, stay healthy. I'm gone.